welcome to Making Mindfulness Fun. In this video, I'm sharing everything you need to know about being a moon in Cancer, including what your biggest struggle in life is going to be if you have this placement, as you are known as the sensitive sweetheart. Hello and welcome to Making Mindfulness Fun. I'm Isabelle, the co-founder and the personality typing expert here at Making Mindfulness Fun. Today, I wanted to talk about the moon sign, specifically having a moon in Cancer, because knowing your moon sign is quite possibly the most important placement you can know in your chart. I cannot stress it enough. So if you just pulled your chart and you found out that you have, I guess, a moon in Cancer, whatever that means, watch this video because you need to know what you're going to struggle with in life. And I have this placement myself, so I'm very familiar with what it means to have a moon in Cancer. So first off, I like to call the moon in Cancer placement the sensitive sweetheart, which if you're new to your astrology and you just found out that you have a moon in Cancer, you probably heard me say that label of the sensitive sweetheart and kind of thought to yourself, yeah, that kind of is me, unfortunately. Especially if you have a more loud sun placement like a Capricorn sun or an Aries sun, you're going to see this moon sign, sensitive sweetheart part of yourself and think, dang it, yeah, that is me. I am really sensitive and I am kind of like a sweetheart like that, aren't I? The moon in Cancer, with the moon in Cancer, the moon is in its home sign. The moon rules the sign of Cancer. And so in our chart, if the moon is in Cancer, it is extremely powerful because this is naturally where the moon wants to be. So with the moon in Cancer, what does that even mean? Your moon sign is the part of yourself that is your emotional body. It is part of us that people don't normally see unless they're extremely close to us. Whereas the sun sign is the ego self, the part of us that people generally see and would describe us as. The moon sign is our emotional body, and it's something that we tend to hide beneath the surface more because it's the softer side of us in general, since it's our deepest emotions. So if you have a moon that's in an earth sign in your chart, like a moon in Capricorn or a moon in Virgo or a moon in Taurus, you're going to be more emotionally grounded. But if you have a moon in a water sign, so that would be a moon in Pisces, a moon in Scorpio, or a moon in Cancer, you're going to just generally be a sensitive person. And these sensitivities show up differently. With a moon in Pisces, you're going to just be generally extremely sensitive, quite possibly the most sensitive sign, because you're so empathic and you feel everyone else's emotions. A moon in Scorpio is also sensitive, but they're guarded about their sensitivity. They can become even hostile or aggressive about their sensitivities. Whereas the moon in Cancer is probably the most likely to let themselves cry after feeling hurt, because the moon in Cancer naturally wants to feel nurtured. That is the core desire of how you gain emotional fulfillment if you have a moon in Cancer. Cancer is the archetype of the mother. So wherever we have Cancer in our chart, we're going to be protective, we're going to want to nurture, we're going to want to care for people, and we're also going to be more emotionally in tune and sensitive. So with your moon, the planet that represents our emotions, our emotional patterns, and our emotional fulfillment, with a moon in Cancer, you're going to naturally emotionally be a sensitive person. And that's where the name sensitive sweetheart comes from, because these people are going to be naturally sensitive. They want to feel nurtured all the time. And so these people growing up in childhood with a moon in Cancer can feel like they were easily hurt by their parent figures, or feel like they were not supported quite enough because they needed so much nurturing. Depending on what other aspects in your chart, like your Mars or your Sun, it'll change how much or where this nurturing shows up. But with the moon in Cancer in general, these people need to feel heard, seen, and emotionally supported. And that's something that can be a little hard for moon in Cancers to now embrace as they go into adults, because they grew up with a programming that they're just going to naturally feel hurt no matter what, and that they shouldn't need as much nurturing as they do. They can kind of, quote unquote, gaslight themselves and tell themselves that they don't need to be as supported as they are, or as they need to be. So the moon in Cancer grows up and they always feel emotionally unfulfilled because they need to make time to support themselves and feel all the emotions. like I said, if you have a moon in a water sign, you're naturally going to be more sensitive and emotional and have more highs and lows. You're going to just have free-flowing emotions. So I think one of the most important things a moon in Cancer can do is making time to cry more often, because the moon in Cancer is truly sensitive. They just need to feel the feelings and let them go. And this can be seen as a weakness, but it can also be a strength. The moon in Cancer, because they grew up feeling so as if they weren't emotionally heard or nurtured enough, they're going to be the biggest sweethearts you can imagine. So a moon sign, again, is not something that everyone sees right away. The moon sign we tend to hide from most people unless we feel comfortable around them. So you might not see this in yourself, or your friends might not see it in you at first if you have a moon in Cancer. But once you put down those walls and you feel like you can trust someone, you are the biggest sweetheart imaginable. You just want to give and hug and love and make everyone feel supported and nurtured at all costs, because you value that yourself. And it's the most important thing that you make time to do this for yourself. Because here's another struggle that a moon in Cancer is going to have. They're going to want so much to feel nurtured. And they're going to want so much, they have so much love to give, that they can let it get taken for granted and give it freely to everyone else, when instead they should be giving it to themselves. And so the moon in Cancer can struggle throughout their whole lifetime with being overgivers to other people and giving endlessly to them and giving love that frankly people might not deserve. And so the moon in Cancer can end up feeling drained and tired and unworthy because they feel like they've given so much love and not received any in return. So what should the moon in Cancer do? Have you ever tried reflecting that love back to yourself? Have you ever thought to yourself, what if I am the person who is the most worthy of my own love? That's probably the most important thing a moon in Cancer can do, and letting those emotions flow is going to be huge for them. So the moon in Cancer, once they learn how to balance that givingness of their love, they have a huge strength of being the most caring, supportive, nurturing people to be around. They can make people feel understood. They can make people feel whole. They can make people feel like it's okay to show emotion. And it's something that the world needs. And this is very different from the moon in Pisces, because the moon in Cancer and the moon in Pisces can sound similar, but Cancer wants to nurture others, whereas Pisces just wants to stay in their own dream reality, more so. So the moon in Cancer has a huge strength for nurturing other people's and protecting other people. They just need to make sure that along the way that they're making sure that they're nurturing and protecting themselves. So, hope this video helped you understand what the biggest struggle is of a moon in Cancer and everything else you need to know about having a Cancer moon. Leave a comment below and let me know what else you think. Let me know if this resonated for you or helped you. And if you want to learn more about how you can transcend your moon sign so you don't have to keep living in the same emotional cycle over and over and over again, you need to join Be the Hero, our monthly membership, where I teach you how to transcend and break free of your personality type and how to embrace it, because those are the two steps into understanding who you are and living a fulfilling life. Is you have to understand your personality, but then you need to break free of the parts that aren't serving you. So hit the link below to join BeTheHero.academy. Join our membership where I'm going to teach you how to understand and break free of your moon sign, and also download my free birth chart workbook if you're more of a self-learner. This is a great option for understanding your birth chart when you're first starting off. I walk you through the 5 main planets in your chart and how to understand them through journal prompts. It's super simple, super fast, and very fun, frankly. So, link below for the free birth chart workbook. And one last thing is right now only, I'm offering free 15-minute readings with people to understand their big 3. So if you are new to astrology, you don't even know what the heck a big 3 is, or you're kind of understanding now what a big 3 is, but you don't really understand how it helps you or what the purpose is of knowing it, hit the link below and book a free 15-minute reading with me now, and I will teach you what your big 3 means. So, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for further videos on the moon signs and have a wonderful day. Namaste.